Do you ever feel overwhelmed? Not by anything in particular, but just life. The journey of life can be daunting between working to pay the bills, growing your relationships to keep your family afloat. And then, where does that leave time for yourself and your personal health? Welcome to the I Killed My Own Killer book series and podcast, where we are all about juggling and managing all of your responsibilities to be by your side in growing through it all. This brand is here to help you achieve your goals, whether they are personal and emotional goals you set for yourself, business goals you want to hit in your career, or physical and nutritional goals you want to accomplish to be a healthier version of yourself. Whatever your goals are, stay tuned for tips and tricks to make accomplishing them easier for you. Each episode will help you significantly improve in one aspect of your life or another.
Here is your must-do to-do list for having an amazing 2023. I'm talking about hitting all of your goals in your business, career, finances, health, wealth, mental health, relationships, spiritual growth. If we're talking about leveling up in all areas of life, then this is the place that you need to be. I'm Caitlin with the I Killed My Own Killer book series and podcast, where we are all about personal growth and leveling up in life. Here's what you have to look forward to in 2023. Every single week, we are going to be hitting on a different area of personal development, health, wealth, relationships, spiritual growth, every single week. And this podcast episode is geared towards getting you on the way to hitting all of your goals in 2023. So prepare yourself. I need you to start thinking about what's important to you now. What are you trying to do in 2023? And what are you going to have to leave behind in 2022 to make that happen? Let me walk you through a brief strategy session on how we can quickly do this and get things done before the new year even starts. So that's why I say this is your must-do to-do list for the new year if you want to have an amazing 2023. There's 3 things that we're going to do together with this strategy session. Number 1, are you ready? Get a notebook, get a pen, notes in your phone, whatever it is that you want to do to brainstorm this strategy session, because we are going to get it going right now. You got to master a plan. That's it. Number 1, Bible says, if you don't paint a vision, you're going to perish. There's 2 ways that you can take that. Either number 1, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So that's why I say the first thing we got to do is we got to master up a plan. And then if you read deeper into scripture, what that really means is if you don't take heed to the vision that God is giving you, it will fail. The biggest way me and my husband master a plan every single year is we like to dream build. How many of you have ever heard of dream building? It's so fun, but to be honest, when I first heard of dream building in 2014, I was like, what is that corny stuff that y'all are doing with magazine papers and poster boards and glue sticks? I just thought it was crazy because I was in a network marketing company and it was a business meeting that we were gonna dream build and master plan, and then I get there and it's like arts and crafts. So I was wondering, what the heck are these people doing? Then I started to realize they were cutting out pictures of Lamborghinis and Louis bags and all these things that they wanted. They were cutting them out, sticking them on a poster board, and putting inspirational words in there. Hustle, grind, business growth, different things like that, and just putting it all on a poster board. So I was in my early 20s whenever I first saw them doing that, and I put all of my pride aside and I did it with them, and I put on that poster board a really cute couple, because I knew that being in my early 20s, love was something that I wanted to get serious about, and I eventually wanted to get married in my early 20s. So I put marriage words, I put love on there. I was graduating college, so I put an amount of money that I wanted to make. I put dollar signs on there. I was driving a Camaro at the time, so I really loved sports cars. So I put a nice car on there, I put purses and handbags on there, and then I put God, because that's really what fuels my fire. I knew that I wanted to have a deeper relationship with God. So I took part in dream building and master planning with that group of entrepreneurs and network marketers, and that was my poster board, okay? I put it in my college apartment, and at the time, I was dating this guy for 5 years who didn't have a dream board, didn't even have a dream. And when I would wake up every morning and see my goals of having a happy marriage and making this money and being successful, I realized I'm still with this guy. Like, even though it's been 5 years and I've been with him, this is my vision and this is my dream and this is where I want to go, but this is what I'm with. So every morning for that year, whenever I would wake up, I realized that this relationship that I was in was an anchor to me, that there was no way I was going to make this money while I'm giving money to him. There's no way I'm going to go on all these trips when this dude just wants to stay here locally. So having a dream board in that year of my life helped me to cut off that relationship. Even though it was 5 years, I had that vision of God in the center of my dream board. So I would hear the Holy Spirit speaking to me, just keep going, just like Dory would say, just keep swimming. So I broke that 5-year relationship off, and I would look at that happily married couple on my vision board. And I knew that even though I was going through a heartache because I just let go of this wasted time or what it felt like at the moment, God was going to restore it all and give me that dream marriage and give me that husband. So having that dream board in that season of my life not only helped me to dream bigger, it helped me to let go of relationships and things that I was holding on to that were not moving me forward towards that dream board. So that was a huge lesson that I learned, that I know you can learn as well, that I know everybody paints a dream board and a vision of what you should do for the new year. And a lot of times it's geared towards business and physical health, but it can also be towards your relationship and those things that your heart truly desires, as far as love and different relationships, or even your spiritual growth. Like, if you're tired of doing things in the world that you know it's satisfying you in the moment and then it sucks the next day, put that on your dream board, that you want to be whole and you want answers from your creator or from God or whatever that looks like for you. Having a dream board doesn't necessarily have to be the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, a nice mansion, all those luxurious things. You can dream build for personal things that your heart desires. So that's why, number one, with the biggest to-do list for 2023, it's master your plan. And it's going to look different for you, and it's going to look different for you in different seasons. So I just gave you the premature Caitlin dream board of the first one that I ever did. The dream board that me and my husband just did, I wish I could show it to you, but it's currently being printed at FedEx. It has a bigger home for me and our kids, and it has I got my mommy mobile, my Cadillac, which I love right now, so I don't really have a car on there. It has my husband's Rolex. It has a private jet because we're tired of flying regular people stuff, or whatever you want to call it. So we have a lot of bigger dreams, but it's a different season of our life. What I love about dream building is not only does it help you paint the picture for that year that you're walking into, but years later, you can pick up that dream board and say, wow, this is how far I've came. This is what I've let go of, and this is where I'm at now. And look at all that God has done for us. Me and my husband, we make our dream board on Canva. If you're looking for like a free way to make your dream board, Canva's great. And we print it out at like your local FedEx, and we stick it in this big picture frame that we keep in our room. Some days when business is rough, we're like, we need something to lift us up. So we'll go in our dream board picture frame and we'll flip year after year, and we'll see all of God's promises that he's delivered on. And sometimes we'll make our dream board at the beginning of the year, dreaming so big, and like God will put that on our hearts, and we don't know what it's going to look like or how it's going to happen, but it's an amazing reflection to look on it year after year, and just say, wow, that's what God did. Let's keep dreaming and moving forward. We're going into the year 2023 right now, but man, going into 2021, it was right after we had a miscarriage. We knew we wanted to have another baby. We knew we wanted to have a home birth that was like a $10,000 home birth. So it was these crazy things that we had desires for. But coming out of a miscarriage, it's scary to even think about having another baby. And having another baby at $10,000, like that's even more scary to think about. But for my son, I did it naturally in the hospital, and he was my firstborn. So I really had a huge desire to bring that bad boy home. Like, let's have a birth in our home and be comfortable. And then at the end of 2021, we were able to look back at that and say, oh my goodness, Lord, we would not have ever imagined how we would come up with the $10,000 to have a home birth on our own, but like you did it. We would not have ever imagined having such a beautiful baby girl, but you did it. So dream boards are an amazing way to look back and reflect at all the great things that has happened in your life. It sets you up for a great year, and it keeps feeding your motivation and momentum when times get hard. So that's why it's all a part of mastering a plan. Number 1. Moving forward to number 2, this is the second thing that you have to do. Add it to your to-do list before you go into the new year, is you have to mastermind. Napoleon Hill, one of the best authors of personal development books, all things success, he talks about the power of a mastermind, and so does all these other success gurus. They all talk about it. Masterminding is so important, and there's different levels, so let me break it down to you, okay? Yes, like me and my husband just joined a $150,000 mastermind where we get to meet with elite entrepreneurs, course creators, coaches, authors, you name it, okay? They are in dermatologists, doctors, like they are all in this mastermind, and it's so awesome because these are people that are having $1 million days. So here I am thinking about, oh, it'd be great to be a millionaire. These people are bringing in $1 million a day. Like, talk about trying to wrap your mind around that. So that's the importance of being in a mastermind, is it grows the level of your thinking, okay? If you are not there yet, trust me, I was not there yet at plenty of moments in my life. I still don't think I'm there yet, but there's levels to this, like I said. But we all got to start from somewhere. So here are some tactical ways that you could mastermind in your phone, okay? Number 1, subscribe to this channel. Every single week, there's going to be new content on health, wealth, relationships, spiritual growth that you can apply to your life. And you're dang right, I want your feedback in the comments. There's also a free community on Facebook where I post motivational stuff. We ask questions together. We are a community of people trying to level up in life, who understands you'll fall off the wagon sometimes. So if it's March and you're like, dang, I fell off my New Year's resolution of losing X amount of pounds, like, it's okay. We're going to encourage you to get back on the wagon and keep it moving. So like and subscribe to this YouTube channel to mastermind. Go to the Facebook group, I Killed My Own Killer book series and podcast. Sorry for the long name, it comes from the book title, but that's where you can find us, on the Facebook community. And that's where we're gonna keep you encouraged, keep you motivated, keep you growing, and we're gonna do it together on an online platform. Outside of what the I Killed My Own Killer book series and podcast can do for you, you can do this for yourself. Get on Instagram, start unfollowing all those accounts that are not adding to you. Ooh, and what you really need to do is, not only are they not adding to you, start unfollowing those accounts that are distracting you. I'm talking Big Booty Judy, who bends it over all the time, and this person that you keep looking at and you feel like they're living their best life and it's making you feel like crap about your life. If these people on your social media accounts are not adding to you, they're not making you feel good, but they're stirring up feelings of bitterness, jealousy, resentment, lust, like whatever it is that is not good, please delete those accounts. Do yourself a favor, especially if you're married, if you're in a serious relationship, and you catch yourself looking at social media in ways that you know is not good. Go ahead and hit the unfollow button. Nobody will be hurt. You will be okay. One of the biggest boundaries that my husband and I set for ourselves is, when it comes to social media, we don't follow exes. Like, if I dated you in the past or I had a thing for you in the past, I am not allowing my eyes to be open to what you were doing in your life at any point in time, because I'm not falling for that trap of the devil. So I would just recommend that you do the same thing. And I know you can look at stuff like that, like, that's so petty, that's so small, it's no big deal. What did the devil tell Eve? Who says you couldn't eat this apple? You can eat the apple. So it's those little subliminal things that everybody in the world says is no big deal that we actually have to look out for. And that's what this podcast is here to help you with, because that's a part of personal growth. Being aware of these things that are trying to distract us from our purpose in life, okay? That's what a mastermind is we're here for each other to see one other's blind spots. Like, just like I'm a part of a mastermind, I have mentors who pour into me to help me see that too. So I want to help be that light to you. Takeaway number 2, masterminds are so important. Like and follow this YouTube channel. Delete whatever Instagram accounts are not pouring into you, and that goes the same for TikTok or whatever it is. And the cool thing about that is it's gonna free up so much space and energy within yourself to become more positive, and you can share that positivity on social media. Start to tweet different things that you know is gonna encourage somebody's day. Even if it's just one like or one person saw it, that's amazing. You changed that one person's life. This is the third thing that you should do for your to-do list for 2023 is you gotta master it, okay? We said that we were gonna make a vision. We said we were gonna mastermind. Now we are going to master it together. We're gonna walk in it all together. Mastering it looks like doing it, okay? Don't get caught up in procrastination, stagnation, or whatever it is that they call it, okay? Your answers are in the action. So if you want to start your own business, don't think that you have to have this business goal this business outline, this business plan for you to get things going. You have to start by saying, this is what I want. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but we're going to do it. And then you start taking action. You master it. Social media paints this picture like success is so beautiful. It's not. It's actually ugly. It sucks. You're going to fail, but you're going to fail forward. So be okay with that. Even in your health, if you start off the new year on fire, eating salads, going to the gym every day, good for you. There's gonna be a time where your body's tired. Maybe you lose a loved one. Maybe your child is sick and you need to slow things down. You've slowed it down and maybe you take a week off. You're gonna have to get back on the wagon and do it again, and that's okay because you are taking action. You're mastering it. We all make mistakes. Trust me, nobody's perfect. No human's perfect. We all fall short. So that's why having a mastermind to help you master it is so important for motivation. You're going to need somebody some days to say, hey, where you been? One of my good friends, Amanda Moxley, she told me that she hasn't seen the gym on my stories in a while. So that lit a fire under my butt to get in the gym. So mastering it is just taking actions and knowing you'll get your answers whenever you put one foot in front of the other. I like to call it blind faith. In 2022, God told me and my husband that we were gonna move to Orlando, Florida. Sounds great, doesn't it? Cool. Well, we were living in Louisiana. Had no idea how we were gonna move to Orlando, Florida. But we put one foot in front of the other. And then we realized, okay, God, I see what you're doing here. And lo and behold, we've been living here in Orlando for almost a year. Go check out the other episode if you wanna know exactly how that God move happened, because it's a pretty inspiring and interesting story. But I hope this has helped you kickstart your butt into 2023. Comment below your goals, what you're gonna hit. Maybe you're more focused on leveling up in one area than most, and that's okay. So many people talk about balance, and if you want my honest opinion, balance does not exist, okay? It's like a seesaw. You're never gonna be on it with your health and your wealth and pouring into your kids and reading your Bible and working out and eating good. It's not gonna be a straight line all the time. Some days it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm kicking butt in my business and in my goals and in my personal life, but my marriage needs some work. Let me kind of get it back up again. Everything's calling for our attentions at all times. So balance is hard, but as long as we are being aware of what we can get better at and trying a little bit in each area, we're guaranteed to succeed in those areas. So that's what the I Killed My Own Killer book series and podcast is here to help you do. Level up in all of those areas. Like and subscribe and share this with a friend if it's helped you light a fire under your butt for 2023. And please share with me your biggest goal for this year so we can hold one another accountable. Cheers to a happy new year.
Wow, how about that episode? I know you are motivated to kick your butt into gear and become a better version of yourself from this experience of the I Killed My Own Killer book series and podcast. The crazy title of this podcast comes from the original personal development book series. Each book will transform you even more than listening to this podcast. Each book takes a deeper dive into how you can better yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and even spiritually. Continue your journey of personal growth by being a part of the amazing personal growth book series that is written in a fun fiction way with in-depth journals concluding each chapter. What are you waiting for? Go order your book at www.kfoxworth.com and join the Facebook community in the private Facebook group named I Killed My Own Killer book series and podcast. You don't want to miss out on the full trifecta experience, including the books, the podcast, and the mastermind community in Facebook groups. Keep your personal growth burning desire on fire and be part of it all. It all starts here. So thanks for listening to the podcast and stick around for more great episodes to keep you growing in all areas of life. You are killing it.